On this arm here, they put a drip in there, and what's your pain level like at the moment? Has something gone wrong with the drip or something they put in there, eh?
Correct, yeah. I've got an infection in the blood vessel through here from the IV drip.
Oh, yeah. Did they diagnose that it was an infection, or do you just feel it was?
It's happened, it hasn't been diagnosed as such, I just feel that it is.
It's just not right and it feels painful.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it only really happened after the IV was removed when I left hospital, so it hasn't been inspected by the medics.
And what's the, if 10's really bad and 1's not so bad, what level out of 10 do you think it is at the moment?
Yesterday I would have put it at a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
But this morning we tried some of that aloe vera.
Yeah.
You know, the juice straight out of the
plant.
Plant, and that's given it a lot of relief.
Yeah.
It's quite comfortable right now.
And what's it down to? So out of 10 now, if 10's really bad and 1's not so bad, what's it now in terms of pain or immobility or whatever?
I'd say the pain level is down to 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
But also the area of inflammation has reduced by about 40%.
It also somehow hurt your hand, and I brought you a little piece of aloe vera leaf from the aloe vera barbadensis plant, and maybe you can just tell us how you applied that to your hand and what type of outcome you got.
Yeah, sure. I had quite a bad graze on the heel of my hand here, and
there's a little bit of an old mark left there now,
yeah,
but we didn't really get the before and afters anyway.
Correct, yeah, you still see the scar, but it wasn't really healing because there's so much else going on with the body. So I was lying in hospital and it was just status quo with this graze all the time. Wasn't really scabbing up or anything.
Right.
And I applied some of the sap from the aloe that you brought in. So I put a little bit on.
Yeah.
And immediately it was a really soothing sensation.
Yeah.
But within a couple of hours, the whole area had scabbed up incredibly. It had gone from red to black.
Right, okay.
Yep. And by the next morning, it was already healing beautifully.
And then we did the electric acupuncture, and we just simply moved the electric acupuncture device up and down over it. Like so, for about 4 minutes. And so what's happening now with it? What difference do you feel after just 4 minutes of electric acupuncture?
At the moment there's definitely a noticeable change in the sensation in the arm.
Right.
I feel like the area that was hurting is slightly smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I've lost about the pain. The zone that was painful has become smaller by about 1.5 centimeters on either end.
Right.
And right in the centre where I was feeling the main concentration of pain, which previously was a 5 out of 10, that now feels like a 4 out of 10.
And how do you feel things are progressing?
Well, the infections are definitely under control. It's still a little bit tender, but I've had really good healing, which is awesome, because if I'd gone to my GP with it, I would have been straight on to antibiotics.
Right.
But just without any medication at all, the infection is reversed and the swelling's gone right down.
You were quite concerned about it when I first saw you, that you were more concerned about that than your leg, weren't you?
Absolutely, I had more pain here from that side than I was experiencing from the broken leg, which was quite, it was really painful at night, affecting my sleep, and it was also particularly painful when I was using the crutches.
Yep.
So I'm very, very grateful for that relief in the arm.
I forgot to ask you before, Greg, how's the arm going now?
Tom, the arm's completely settled down.
Great.
The infection is gone.
No pain, no discomfort at all now?
No.
All healed then, eh?
Healed up nicely.
Great, thanks for that.
And it's exclusively with treatment with the aloe sap.
Is it?
And the Boptron light.
Yep.
And a little bit of the electric acupuncture.
Yeah. Great stuff. How many places did it get broken?
I think about 4.
4 places? So there's some sort of operation that went down there to pin it in place or something?
Yeah, there were 2 major breaks. There was a bone shard off to the one side.
Yeah.
And the breaks had also split up through the centre of the bone. Right. Which made it impossible for them to pin. Right. So what they've done is put a metal plate across the side of the most badly broken bone. I think it was the tibia,
Okay.
the bigger of the two.
Right.
Because both tibia and fibula are broken. So I got a steel plate and 4 bolts holding it all together.
Right.
Yeah, so it was pretty major.
Yep.
There's significant swelling before. I had to wait in hospital for a week before the swelling had gone down enough for them to operate.
So Greg, we've finished the 8-minute treatment with the APS that we put down. We put a red pad up here, a wet red pad inside the plaster there, and down the bottom here we put a wet black. And you were saying 3 out of 10. It had gone back to 3 out of 10 after you'd had your last walk. And so how's it feeling now?
Right now it's a nice comfortable 1.5 out of 10.
So Greg, we were talking last time about how everything was going pretty good with the leg, but there was this little seepage and you're a bit worried that it could get out of control, and you hadn't done too much about it for a few days. And tell us what happened then.
Tom, he had a bit of an infection in the incision, the surgical site, and the physiotherapist was quite concerned about and encouraging me to go and see my GP and go on a course of antibiotics, which I was reluctant to do. Yeah, so I treated it with aloe vera sap initially, and then that cleared up, and then left it for about 3 days, and then the infection recurred. So I put a bit more aloe vera on, and that brought the swelling down and got the whole thing under control nicely. And then the coup de grace was just using a little bit of hydrogen peroxide that you gave me, which, well, actually initially I took a bit of that Himalayan salt that you gave me, poured boiling water on a flannel, sprinkled a little bit of the salt on it, and then just put that over the site, and that just gave me this lovely soothing feeling. It didn't actually like extract any pus or anything like that out of the site. No. It was just really soothing, and the salt was nice and sort of disinfecting. Right. And then after that, I just cleaned the whole thing up with a bit of that hydrogen peroxide, and it's really it hasn't completely closed up yet. Yeah. But it's improving steadily, and the infection's completely under control again.
So now what are your feelings after having that light on there for 6 minutes, and now 15 minutes has elapsed and you've been for a walk on it?
Well, it feels comfortable. Yeah. Before, if I stood upright, the blood flow down into the leg caused a dramatic increase in pain.
Right. So what pain level would you be when you're normally walking like that?
I would say 5 to 6.
Okay.
Walking about.
Right, so.
And if I've been upright for a while, coming up to about a 7 maybe.
Okay.
Whereas this time around, it was possibly 3, 4.
Okay.
And towards the end, quite comfortable.
Right.
And then the other thing is, of course, the broken leg. And what I have kept going for the last few days is the Bioptron light, the large one, shining onto the top like that. Yeah,
straight through the cast, eh?
Straight through the cast for 8 minutes.
Yep.
And then on the side.
Yep. No, that's smart. Yeah, because I didn't tell you to do that, but that's smart to get it from a couple of angles. Yeah.
Just blasting it from there as well.
Yep.
And of course, it's impossible to quantify any acceleration of healing. Yep. Over there. Yeah. It just wouldn't be scientific. Yeah. But what I can say for certain is that I get fantastic pain relief from doing that.
Right. You were saying they actually gave you a whole pile of morphine or something to take in case you needed it for this leg.
Correct. Yeah, I've got 3 types of morphine. Right. And Panadol. Right. Prescribed for pain relief. And at the moment, the only thing I'm taking is Panadol.
Right. Okay.
Possibly 6 Panadol a day.
Right. So Greg, how long is it now since you had this accident where you broke this leg? Quite badly?
It is about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. And how's it? You've
Sorry,
been back.
3.5, 4 weeks.
Okay. And you've been back at our property just over a week, or about a week and 3 days or something, haven't you?
Correct.
Yeah. And how's it all feeling now?
It's feeling
How's the
a
healing
lot more
going?
comfortable. I think the healing is quite rapid.
Yep. And what did the nurses and the doctors think when they went and saw it last?
Well, I had a checkup on Monday, today being Thursday. So Monday they removed the cast,
Yeah.
and just did a superficial inspection of it, but they were blown away by the rapid pace of healing.
Yeah. What sort of things do you think they saw that made them feel it was healing rapidly?
Probably reduction in swelling, but
Yeah.
also the way the skin is knitted back together.
Yeah.